This is your Fox 47 News Flash.
Welcome to your Fox 47 News Flash from the Digital Newsroom. I'm Chris Lewis, and these are the top stories that we're following. The Oakland School Board met on Thursday night to discuss the fate of some sports within the district. Recently, the MHSAA identified low-risk sports such as tennis, golf, and cross-country, saying student athletes may resume practices and competition with an athletic director-approved Phase 4 return to practices completion plan in place. The Oakland School Board unanimously voted to allow student athletes to resume practice and competition in low-risk sports such as tennis, golf, and cross-country. Oakland Public Schools Athletic Director Brian Fuller told Fox 47 other fall sports teams such as volleyball, football, and swimming will be able to condition but are not allowed to compete due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The district superintendent did clarify to Fox 47 that no fall sports have been canceled, saying that further guidance is expected from the MHSAA and practice or competition will not be approved for medium and high-risk sports without board action. De'Aaron Lamont Williams has been charged for the midnight shooting that had Lansing police rushing to the corner of Baker Street and Lyons Avenue. This all happened on Tuesday morning, where police responded to reports of a shooting in the area of Baker and Lyons. The victim, a 47-year-old male, had left the scene before police arrived, but they located him at the hospital suffering from an apparent gunshot wound to the face and arms. He's in critical but stable condition and is expected to survive. Lansing police say that they were able to determine that the victim and suspect were in the Baker Street area and had a verbal argument that escalated. Later that afternoon, police identified De'Aaron Lamont Williams as the suspect and arrested him. Williams is facing charges of assault with intent to murder, carrying a concealed weapon, firearm possession by a felon, and 2 counts of felony firearms. A bond of $150,000 has been set. Williams is next scheduled in 54A District Court on August 20th for a probable cause conference, followed by a preliminary exam on August 28th. Michigan will mail postcards telling 4.4 million registered voters that they can vote from home in November's presidential election, and it will spend $2 million to reimburse local governments that provide prepaid postage on absentee ballot return envelopes, Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson said on Thursday. She said the moves, which come amid the coronavirus pandemic, are needed to make sure voters and election workers can stay safe. She pointed to the record number of absentee ballots that were cast in last week's primary, which also had record turnout. The mailing of postcards, which will cost about $1.4 million and go to roughly half of the state's nearly 7.8 million registered voters, will occur between August 20th and September 20th. The notifications will be sent to people who are not already on a permanent list to get an absentee ballot or who did not request one as part of Benson's mailing of applications to 6.4 million voters in the spring. The state will allocate $5.5 million in federal funding to local jurisdictions, not only for postage or on-ballot return envelopes, but also to redesign envelopes to the standards of the U.S. Postal Service, and to buy drop boxes and equipment such as automatic letter openers and ballot tabulators. Some of the funds came from the federal virus relief aid. Benson continued to push the Republican-led legislature to pass 3 bills to support elections, clerks, and voters. One, which would let clerks begin processing absentee ballots a day earlier, has been stalled in the Senate for months, despite having advanced from former Secretary of State Ruth Johnson's committee. The others were introduced by House Democrats just 3 weeks ago. One would allow mailed ballots to count as long as they are postmarked by Election Day and arrive up to 2 days later. The current receipt deadline is when polls close. The third bill would require clerks to contact voters if the signature on the return envelope does not match the one in their registration. Any voter can cast an absentee ballot without needing an excuse following the approval of the ballot initiative in 2018. The coronavirus has changed all of our lives, and many people don't know where to turn for help. That's why Fox 47 News WSYM-TV created Rebound Mid-Michigan. Everything you need to get back on track in one convenient place. From dealing with stress to unemployment to helping put food on your table, plus ways you can lend a hand in your own community. Rebound Mid-Michigan. Everything you need to get you through these difficult times. We may have fallen, but we will rebound together. Visit fox47news.com/rebound to learn more. Learn more about all of these and all Mid-Michigan's breaking news on fox47news.com.